साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ 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 शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
गजानना
गजानना गजानना
गजानना गजानना
गजानना गजानना
प्रथम पूजन गणराया
प्रथम पूजन गणराया जननी माँ परमेश्वरी माँ
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 ओंकार रूपिणी जननी माँ
जय जगदीशा जय परमेशा
जय जगदीशा जय परमेशा
जय जगदीशा जय परमेशा
जय जगदीशा जय परमेशा
नीलकण्ठा सदा शिवा
नीलकण्ठा सदा शिवा
नीलकण्ठा सदा शिवा
नीलकण्ठा सदा शिवा
हरि
ॐ हरि
हरि हरि चन्द्रशेखरा शम्भो चन्द्रशेखरा शम्भो चन्द्रशेखरा शम्भो नीलकण्ठा सदा शिवा नीलकण्ठा सदा शिवा जय जगदीशा जय परमेशा नीलकण्ठा
श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम् निधनपतये नमः निधनपतान्तिकाय नमः ऊर्ध्वाय नमः ऊर्ध्वलिङ्गाय नमः हिरण्याय नमः हिरण्यलिङ्गाय नमः सुवर्णाय नमः सुवर्णलिङ्गाय नमः दिव्याय नमः दिव्यलिङ्गाय नमः भवाय नमः भवलिङ्गाय नमः शर्वाय नमः शर्वलिङ्गाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवलिङ्गाय नमः ज्वलाय नमः ज्वललिङ्गाय नमः आत्माय नमः आत्मलिङ्गाय नमः परमाय नमः परमलिङ्गाय नमः एतत् सोमस्य सूर्यस्य सर्वलिङ्गस्थापयति पाणिमन्त्रं पवित्रम् सद्यो जातं प्रपद्यामि सद्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः भवे भवेनाति भवे भवस्व मां भवोद्भवाय नमः वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमः श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः कलविकरणाय नमो बलविकरणाय नमो बलाय नमो बलप्रमथनाय नमः सर्वभूतदमनाय नमो मनोन्मनाय नमः अघोरेभ्यो तघोरेभ्यो घोरघोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सर्वशर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते अस्तु रुद्ररूपेभ्यः तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात् ईशानः सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपतिर्ब्रह्मणोऽधिपतिर्ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering our most reverential salutations at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan. Respected elders, distinguished guests, revered scholars, brothers, sisters, and dear students. A very warm welcome to the last day of the grand festivities of the Athi Rudra Maha Yagna, Navaratri Homa, and Durga Puja. Before we begin the proceedings of this evening, brothers and sisters, there's a very pleasant and wonderful announcement I would like to make. With multitudes of devotees pouring into Muddenahalli every day, and the lack of adequate accommodation, Bhagavan, in his infinite mercy and compassion, has permitted the construction of a new residential block, Sai Ashraya. He declared in his divine discourse on the 20th of October that more houses would come here in this premises. And brothers and sisters, the answer to that is Sai Ashraya with studio and one-bedroom apartments right here for all of us. Sweet Lord, right? What can we say about this sweet Lord? He only knows to give, and give more. Our deepest gratitude, Bhagavan. Bhagavan declared just the other day that Athi Rudra Maha Yagna is very sacred. He said it is the time of transition. Kali Yuga is ending and Sathya Yuga will start today, this very day. And then he went on to say, he said, it's not Sathya Yuga actually, it is the Prema Yuga. It is all about love. When we know that this truth belongs to all of us, it's only love, love and more love, he said. And then he went on to say, when Kali Yuga ends and when Sathya Yuga arrives, everybody will be able to develop spiritual feelings, practice spirituality very easily, and derive divine bliss. And he said, we have organized this yagna and all this puja in order to end the Kali Yuga and bring in the Sathya Yuga. And even if Sathya Yuga comes, if we are not able to give up the selfishness and the narrow-mindedness, we will continue to live in Kali Yuga. Brothers and sisters, it's day one of Sathya Yuga. And let's welcome it with all our hearts and pray to Bhagavan to bless us all as he does abundantly all the time. Bhagavatam. The first letter Bha, Swami said, stands for bhakti, devotion. Ga stands for jnana or wisdom. Va means vairagyam, which is detachment. Tha means the tattva of the fundamental principles. And Mu, Bhagavata Mu, Swami says, Mu is mukti or liberation. And he said, when you study the Bhagavatam, you will get all these five. And over the last 11 days, we have all basked in the wonderful stories from the Bhagavatam, so beautifully narrated by Sri Badri Narayanan. It has had such a lasting impact on all of us, young and old, powerful, engaging, witty, and has kept all of us in an euphoria. Now, for the last time during these 11 days, may we please invite Brother Badri yet again to enthrall our hearts and caress our souls with the stories of our dear Bhagavan and his devotees. Sai Ram.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Shri Kanto Matulo Yasya Janani Sarvamangala Janaka Shankaro Devaha Tam Bande Kunjarananam Ya Devi Stuyate Nityam Vibudhai Vedaparakaihi Same Vasata Jihvagre Brahmarupa Saraswati Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Yo anta pravishya mama vachamimam prasuptam sanjeevayatta kila shaktidarasvadhamnam anyam chastacharana shravanattvakadin pranam namo bhagavate purushaya tubhyam prakashamadhyasthita chitsvarupam varabhaye sandhatatim trinetram sindhura varnanchita komalangi mayamayim tattvamayim namami krishnaya vasudevaya haraye paramatmane pranata kleshanashaya shri govindaya namo namaha कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय श्रीगोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमो ब्रह्मण्यदेवाय गो ब्राह्मणहिताय च जगद्हिताय कृष्णाय श्रीगोविन्दाय नमो नमः। यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण द्वैतवासना प्रमुच्यते बोधात्मकाय नमस्तस्मै भगवते श्रीरमणमहर्षे हृदाकाशे सदा भान्तं शान्तं आनन्दरूपिणं ज्ञानभानुमहं वन्दे सद्गुरुं श्रीसत्यसायिनं। सर्वत्र गोविन्दनामसङ्कीर्तनं हर नमः पार्वतीपतये हर नमः। Sairam. As we sit here today, Bhagavan has blessed me with the great privilege of conducting the first spiritual discourse in the Sathya Yuga. So gracious, so compassionate that he has kept his discourse to later. But then, during one of the sessions, after one of the sessions, Bhagavan admitted something to me, which I would like to share with everybody. He said, yes, I am speaking, I am listening, and I am deriving Ananda. And so if the last 10 days have brought any measure of Ananda to everybody, it is purely and surely because it was Bhagavan who was speaking. This was only an instrument. Badri was not speaking. It was Swami that was speaking. Swami sent word yesterday. We were supposed to finish it yesterday. Swami sent word saying, shorten it because there are other programs and you can continue it tomorrow. In everything that Bhagavan does, there is meaning and value. Yesterday was Vijaya Dashami, the day of victory, and therefore it was appropriate that we saw Krishna's victory over Kamsa. Today, as the first day of Satya Yuga, it is also Friday. Most appropriate to do Rukmini Kalyanam. So Bhagavan in every little way has planned everything out so beautifully. He doesn't explain it to us, it is up to us to understand the inner workings of everything that Swami does. Everything has got perfection in it, perfect meaning in it. It is only up to our hearts to understand that and revel and bask in that Ananda. When Bhagavan went to Mathura, Swami alluded to this in the discourse. Bhagavan sent Uddhava with a letter addressed to the Gopikas. The Gopikas were in great sorrow. Their sorrow was not because they identified Bhagavan with only the body. They were very clear on that. In fact, they were the first ones to understand Krishna's divinity. But the sorrow in their terms was very simple. They said, this body, O Krishna, is for you. This body, mind, etc. is only for you. If you are not there, then what is the use of this body, mind? That is all. It is not that they were unaware of his divinity. It is not that they were unaware of his omnipresence. It is just that they said, well, what is the use of this existence if it is not for you? There is nothing to be gained by having this existence. This continued existence is of no use to us if these eyes cannot look at that Krishna form. Why? Is Krishna only the form? No, but then they are not the body either. But if there is the body, if they had eyes, then they said the eyes are only to see Krishna. We don't need the eyes, but if the eyes have been given to us, it is only to see Krishna. If the ears have been given to us, it is only to listen to Krishna's flute. If these bodies have been given to us, it is only to render service to Krishna. In the absence of the physical Krishna, there is no need for the physical body also. They were not obsessed with their bodies. They were not obsessed with Krishna's physical body, but they were very clear, our connection is heart to heart. Then why body? Then why is this body there? That is all. In that agony, they were living their lives. Bhagavan also cannot be happy when his devotees are not happy. And so he called Uddhava one day and he said, Uddhava, go and give them this letter. Uddhava said to Bhagavan, Bhagavan, why don't you go and see them? Mathura is not very far away from Vrindavan. There is no hard and fast rule that you can't go. I will clear your diary. Because see, Uddhava was Bhagavan's minister. He said, I will clear all your appointments. I will give you a free day. You go. You go and enjoy, take a weekend off. Go to Vrindavan, spend the weekend in Vrindavan, come back. What is there in this? Krishna laughed and said, Uddhava, don't you think I know that? If I go now, what will it do? It will give them 2 days of Ananda and it will go back into that same sorrow once again. How many times can I keep going and coming? I'm not even going to stay in this Mathura for very long. That being the case, what is the use of merely temporarily propping them up? No, I want a permanent solution to this. That is why I want you to go with this letter. Uddhava was not keen to go because Uddhava did not want to leave Krishna's presence. Krishna insisted that Uddhava should take this letter and go because Bhagavan also wanted Uddhava to know the extent of the bhakti, the prema of the Gopikas. Uddhava was an extraordinarily intelligent person. Uddhavo Buddhisattamaha. Uddhava was chosen by Devaguru Brihaspati himself. Scholarship student he was. Brihaspati had his own university, it seems, and used to look around for good candidates. And when he found Uddhava, he said, I'll give you a scholarship, come and study with me. So Uddhava was trained by none other than Brihaspati himself. He was such an extraordinary, intelligent person. He understood the omnipresence of Krishna, but at the same time he thought, why should these Gopikas cry? What is there to cry about? Is not Bhagavan omnipresent? Bhagavan wanted to show that there was something greater than mere intellectual understanding. There was pure prema. And he wanted his dear friend, his beloved friend Uddhava also to taste that prema. And that is why Bhagavan gave the letter and sent him away. Uddhava came to Vrindavan. Uddhava was looking exactly like Krishna. Uddhava lived his life like that. He did not have a life of his own. Whatever Krishna wore and discarded, he wore those same clothes. The garland that Krishna wore and discarded, he would wear the same garland. The food that Krishna ate and left behind, that only Uddhava would eat. If Krishna did not leave anything behind, Uddhava would not eat that day. Therefore, Bhagavan had to necessarily leave something for Uddhava. The perfume that Bhagavan used and discarded, that was used by Uddhava in this way. Uddhava himself later on declares in the Ekadasha Skandam, he tells Bhagavan, Bhagavan, I have conquered your Maya. Very boldly he says, I have conquered your Maya. And the reason, the confidence he gets because he says, I have not had a life of my own. My life is you. Then how can I not have conquered my Maya? If I have lived my life for you and have still not conquered your Maya, then what is the point of living for you? There must be something to it. And thus, he was very confident and he declares, Mayam Jaye Mahi, I have conquered your Maya. Such was Uddhava. When Uddhava went to Vrindavan, even as he got down from the chariot, it looked as though Bhagavan himself had come, but the Gopikas knew, because their heart was very pure and true to Krishna, they would not be misguided by a lookalike. So they knew this was a very close friend of Krishna. Somebody very, very close to Krishna, because otherwise Krishna would not send just about anybody to Vrindavan. Vrindavan was Bhagavan's secret. Bhagavan would not call anybody and send them to Vrindavan. Only those whom he could trust with his very life he would send to Vrindavan. They knew that. Therefore they knew Uddhava was a very, very close confidant, a friend of Krishna, a servant of Krishna. They went to him, and in a moment of anger and pique, they said to him, no doubt you have come from Krishna. Krishna must have sent a letter to his parents. After all, they are the only people here that he will think about and care about. Others don't matter to him. Uddhava said, no, it is for you that I have come. Bhagavan has sent a letter for you all. Please read this letter. And he gave a missive to them. Several of the Gopikas said, what do we do with writing? We don't even know how to write. Why? Krishna did not know how to write. We heard he went to Sandipani Ashrama, learned how to write. Now he's sending a letter. What do we know about writing and reading? All we know is Krishna's flute. Has he sent a music for us? That we will understand. None of the Gopikas seemed to know how to read. One of the Gopikas had come from another village. She had married from another village and come into this village. She knew how to read and write. And so they all said, she knows to read, please give it to her. And that Gopika said, no, please don't give Krishna's letter to me. Because thinking about Krishna, I am constantly crying. If I should hold the letter in my hands, then the tears that are flowing from my eyes will smudge all the lettering and nobody will be able to read it. Don't give it to me. Uddhava said, is there no one that can read? One other Gopika was able to read. So Uddhava said, in that case, please take this letter, this scroll, you read it. And she said, no, don't give it to me. My whole body is burning up in the fever of separation from Krishna. If I should touch this letter, it will catch fire and burst into flames, and the letter will be lost. Therefore, I cannot touch this letter. In the end, Uddhava had to read the letter. And in the letter, Uddhava said to them, as written by Krishna, Krishna had said, my dear friends, I know that you are all deeply in sorrow over the fact that I have come away to Mathura. But it is not right for you to be sad in this manner. You can never be separated from me, nor can I ever be separated from you. We are not merely these bodies, we are the Atma. There is no need for us to feel this kind of sorrow. Remember the days that we spent together happily. Remembering those days again and again, reliving those moments again and again, you will get rid of all your sorrow. Listen to what Uddhava has to say and go over your sorrow. This was the letter that Bhagavan had written and sent. The Gopikas made Uddhava read that letter again and again. Does Bhagavan remember us? Did Bhagavan say he remembered the days that he spent with us? Did Bhagavan remember the dance in the night? In this manner, they were thrilled that Bhagavan should have remembered them. Uddhava spent several months with the Gopikas. He had told Krishna he will come away immediately, but he spent several months with them. And he learnt the true extent of their bhakti for the Gopikas. Saw nothing other than Krishna in all the things. Wherever they went, they saw Krishna. When they saw the mud upon the ground, they remembered Krishna eating it as a small child. They remembered Krishna's footprints upon that sand. When they looked at the river Yamuna, they were reminded of Krishna and his leelas in the Rasa Krida in the Yamuna. When they saw the peacock, they were reminded of the peacock feather that he wore upon his head. When they saw the flowers, they were reminded of the garland that he wore upon himself. When they saw the cows, they were remembering how Krishna would move along with those cows. When they saw the trees, they were remembering how Krishna would climb the trees and play there. When they saw the snake, they remembered Kaliya and how he danced upon him. Every time they saw Govardhana, all they could see was Govardhana Giridhari. When they saw the blue sky, they were reminded of Krishna's complexion. When they saw anything yellow, they were reminded of Krishna's clothes. When they saw the butter, they were reminded of how Krishna would love the butter and eat the butter. In this manner, in every aspect, whatever little thing that they saw in their lives, they were immediately transported into a Krishna loka. Uddhava marveled at the depth of devotion that these people could have. Generally, devotees will gather here for such occasions, feel a great sense of thrill and euphoria. They will all go back to their respective hometowns. It will last for a few days, then it will keep going down and down and down until ultimately they will not feel anything anymore and they have to come back again to recharge their batteries. That was not so with the Gopikas. Even though Krishna had gone away, the intensity with which they remembered him, the intensity with which they loved him had not diminished even a little bit. And this is not just now. 100 years later, they were able to meet Krishna in the Kurukshetra field. 100 years later, Krishna organized a great reunion and brought all the Gopikas, says the Bhagavatam. For 100 years, they kept the flame of Krishna Prema alive in their heart, just as it was when Krishna had been playing in their midst. To have a momentary feeling of bhakti is not bhakti. Sustaining is bhakti. Acharya Shankara, in Shivananda Lahari, when he describes bhakti, he says, to reach the lotus feet of Bhagavan and to stay there, tishtati sada, sa bhakti rittabhidiyate. It is not enough to just reach Bhagavan, but to stay, abide in Bhagavan is what is called bhakti. That is what is called prema. Otherwise, it is possible for everybody to love. Love is there in all of us. Momentarily, all of us will be moved. Momentarily, all of us will be captivated, and all of us will love. What is there in that? If it cannot be sustained, then it does not deserve the appellation bhakti, says Acharya Shankara. The Gopikas were the epitome of that kind of bhakti, of that kind of prema. And on seeing that prema, on seeing that bhakti, with great reluctance, Uddhava left the place. The Gopikas had to tell him, please go back. Why are you staying here this long? Krishna will need you. You should be of assistance to Krishna. Go and serve Krishna. Go away from here. And they had to send him. And when he went, he said, he fell at the feet of the Gopikas. He took the dust of their feet and put it upon his head. And he said, Vande Nandavrajastrinam Padarenum Abhikshnashaha Yasam Harikatodgitam Punati Bhuvanatrayam. I salute repeatedly the Gopikas. I take their dust of their feet and treasure it and put it upon my heads, because when the Gopikas sing Hari Katha, when they sing the glories of Hari, all the three worlds are purified. Everybody else is also singing Harinama Sankirtana. They are not even able to purify themselves because they are singing with such less intensity. But when the Gopikas chant the name of Hari, all the three worlds are getting purified. I salute them repeatedly. In this manner, Uddhava also learned the prema of the Gopikas. The Gopikas also were reassured by the thought that Bhagavan was constantly thinking about them and was wishing that they would also be established in the high state of jnana. Srimad Bhagavatam says that after listening to the words of Uddhava, the Gopikas also were able to control that great agony, the great sorrow that was threatening them. Instead, they transmuted that also into Ananda, and from then on, they remembered Krishna just as always, but with Ananda instead of Viraha Tapa, instead of the pain of Viraha. Bhagavan went to Dwaraka, established himself in Dwaraka. When Bhagavan was in Dwaraka, Bhagavan's divine marriage with Rukmini Devi took place. Bhishmaka was a king of Vidarbha Desha, and he had 5 sons and a daughter. The 5 sons were called Rukmi, Rukmarata, Rukmabahu, Rukmakesha, Rukmamali, all alliterated. And the daughter was Rukmini, the smallest Ruk of them all. Ruk means gold. So all of them had the same appellation, Ruk, Ruk, Ruk. And she was the Rukmini. Ever since her childhood, Rukmini was devoted to Bhagavan. Many wandering minstrels used to go around. By this time, Bhagavan's glories had already began to spread. And many of these Bhagavatas would go around chanting the glories of Sri Krishna. Several of them would come to Bhishmaka's palace also. And there, sitting there, they would deliver several discourses on the Leelas of Krishna. All the other boys would run away. Rukmini alone would sit there and listen to all of those Kalyana Gunas of Bhagavan. And in doing so, lost her heart over to Krishna. And then and there decided that when she should grow up and become of a marriageable age, the only person that she would marry would be Sri Krishna. This was her constant prayer. This is how she was living her life. In the due course of time, she did reach her marriageable age about 8 years or so. In those days, they got married very early. Bhishmaka, the king, was considering suitable proposals for his daughter Rukmini. Rukmi, the eldest son, was also there, and he was consulting with him. And he said to him, Rukmi, it is time for your sister Rukmini to get married, and I have got somebody in mind for her. Rukmi said, is that so? I also have somebody in mind. You tell me who you have in mind, and I will say who I have in mind for Rukmini. So then Bhishmaka said, I have in mind Krishna, Vasudeva, son of Vasudeva and Devaki, Dwarakadisha, Shri Krishna, is who I have in mind. Immediately Rukmi got up and said, are you out of your mind? Have you become senile in your old age? Can't you think straight? How can we give our wonderful daughter Rukmini in marriage to a person like this Krishna? No, 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 I don't want Krishna, I have somebody else in mind. Who do you have in mind, Rukmi? Rukmi said, I have in mind Shishupala. Shishupala, Chedi Raja Shishupala. You want to give Rukmani to Gopala? I want to give him to Shishupala. You see, Gopala means caretaker of cows, veterinary doctor. Shishupala means pediatric doctor. Sishu means infant. Shishupala, one who looks after. Real doctor, pediatric doctor, real doctor. Veterinary doctor is not even a real doctor. We can't give Rukmani away to such a person. Rukmani should only be given over to Shishupala. In this manner, he was abusing Krishna in various ways and was saying that Shishupala was the right choice. Shishupala, Kamsa, Jarasandha, Rukmi, they were all the same category of people. And Bhishmaka himself was afraid that if he opposed Rukmi too much, then Rukmi will not hesitate to throw him into the prison and crown himself as the king. He did not want that, therefore, very reluctantly, he said, all right, do as you wish. I don't want to have any part in this choice. You may give Rukmini in marriage over to Shishupala. Invitations were sent out. Jarasandha, Damagosha's son, Shishupala, were all informed about the impending marriage. Shishupala was very happy. He was going to get married to Rukmini. Rukmini looked like a statue of gold. Who would not want to be in association with her? So Shishupala was very, very happy. The news reached Rukmini and she was heartbroken. All her life she had pinned her hopes on marrying Krishna, and yet when it was Shishupala that her father had proposed to give her away or had planned to give her away, she was heartbroken. She did not know what to do. Just at that time, a Brahmana arrived there. He was one of the Brahmanas who would come and tell several of the stories of Krishna. His name was Sunanda. When this Brahmana Sunanda came there, Rukmini went and fell at his feet and she said to him, Swami, you must somehow make my marriage possible only with Sri Krishna. I cannot marry Shishupala. I will give up my life. I will not live, but I will not marry Shishupala. The Brahmana also said, Amma, Rukmini, ever since I have seen you and seen your devotion to Krishna, it has been in my heart also that you are the right fit for him. Therefore, I suggest you do something, send a message with me. I shall carry that message to Sri Krishna and give it to him. He will then do as he sees fit. Immediately, Rukmini sat down and wrote a beautiful letter to Krishna. She wrote that letter and gave it to the Brahmana, and he said, somehow, hey Brahmana Devata, you must make this marriage happen. He took the letter and immediately set forth to Dwaraka. Bhagavan had an open door policy for Brahmanas in Dwaraka. When Brahmanas came, nobody can stop them at the gates. They were allowed to go wherever they pleased. That is how when Sudama also comes, he could walk straight up unto the Antapura of Bhagavan and Rukmini itself. Brahmanas held a special position in Bhagavan's heart. Bhagavan had given strict instructions to all the people that worked for him that nobody should stop a Brahmana anywhere. They can go wherever they want. So Sunanda also had the direct approach. He could go straight into Bhagavan's chambers and he sat there. Bhagavan welcomed him there and he said, come, O Brahmana, what is it that I can do for you? He gave the letter to Bhagavan. Bhagavan, I come from Vidarbha Desha. Rukmini, the princess of Vidarbha, has got this message for you. Bhagavan opened that message and gave it to the Brahmana and said, you read it yourself. And the Brahmana read it out, Shri Rukmini Uvacha, Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara, Shrinvatante Nirvishya Karana Vivaraihi Haratongatapam, Rupam Drisham Drishimatam Akilarta Labham, Tvayachyuta Vishati Chittam Apatrapam Me. Beautiful letter from Rukmini Devi. She addresses Krishna as Bhuvana Sundara, the beauty of all the three worlds, the one who gives beauty to all the three worlds. She has never before seen Bhagavan, and so she says, I have not seen you, but I have heard about your gunas. And simply listening to your gunas have entered into my ears and have formed a beautiful picture of you simply based on attributes. The form is one thing, but the form that is built of attributes is something that can never change. Even Bhagavan's form will change, but Bhagavan's gunas will never change. Bhagavan's Kalyana gunas, his auspicious attributes will never change. And that form that is created above with his gunas can never change. This was the form that Rukmini Devi had been meditating upon all her life. And in that letter she said to Krishna, Bhagavan, Shishupala has been proposed for me. I cannot bear to think about Shishupala. Vidya Katva Mukunda Mahati Kulashila Rupa Vidya Vayodravina Dhama Viratmatulyam Dhirapatim Kulavati Navranita Kanya Kale Nrisumhara Lokamano Bhiramam. Rukmini tells Bhagavan, Hey Narasimha, knowing what Bhagavan is, who Bhagavan is, reminding Bhagavan, she says, Hey Narasimha, O Lord who incarnated as Narasimha, I have dedicated myself only to you. You alone should come and marry me. On the other hand, Tanme Bhavan Kaluvratapatiranggajayam Atmarpitascha Bhavato Atra Vibho Videhi Mavira Bhagam Abhimarshatu Chaidya Arad Goma Yuvan Mrgapater Bhalim Ambujaksha. She reminds Bhagavan, she says, Bhagavan, hey Veera. She calls him Veera. In Sanskrit literature, the only person who can be called Veera is Sri Rama. Every time the word Veera is mentioned, it automatically refers to Sri Rama. Therefore, she is referring to him as Sri Rama, and she says, Hey Ramachandra, hey Veera, I am the Veera Bhagam, the hero's portion. Let not a jackal like Shishupala come and touch me, that which is the lion's portion, only you should come and take me. In this, they say, she is reminding him, in the previous avatara, you let this fellow take me and go. Don't do it again. That is why she is using Veera, hey Ramachandra. In the previous avatara, the same Shishupala was the one who had come as Ravana. The same Rukmini Devi had come as Sita then, and the same Sri Krishna had come as Rama. At that time, she is saying, Bhagavane, you allowed me to be taken away by this Shishupala, this mere fox, when you are the lion. Don't do it again. This time, I'm not going to put up with it. That is why she is referring here, it seems, she is saying, Ma Veera Bhagam. I am the Veera Bhagam. Do not let me be taken away by Shishupala. Purteshta Dattanayama Vratadeva Vipra Guruvarchanadivihi Alam Bhagavan Pareshaha Aradito Yedi Gadagraja Etyapanim Grunnatumena Damagosha Sudadayonye. If I have been true to you, if I have been worshipping Bhagavan all my life, if I have worshipped the Brahmanas, if I have been true, if I have kept to the Sathya and Dharma, then Bhagavan, you alone should take my hand, not Damagosha's son Shishupala. Shvobhavinitvam ajitodvahane vidarbhan gupta sametya pratana patibihi paritaha nirmatya chaidya magadhendra balam prasahya mam rakshasena vidinodvaha viryajulkam. And I don't want to run away or anything. I want you to come in front of all the assembled armies. You should come, show your prowess, show your strength, and take me by the hand through the Rakshasa Vidhana and take me and go. Several kinds of marriages are sanctioned in the Shastras. 8 kinds of marriages are there. One of those is called the Rakshasa Vidhana. In the previous avatara, in Ramayana, in Sundarakanda, we see Ravana coming there and telling Sita, Hey Sita, I have not committed any adharma. In our Rakshasa clan, it is allowed for us to forcibly carry away another woman and marry them. It is called the Rakshasa Vidhana. Sita laughs at that time and she says, you are talking about dharma without knowing dharma. I will teach you dharma. That is why in this avatara, she is telling Krishna, this fellow Ravana, who has come back as Shishupala, he did not know what the Rakshasa Vidhana was. He thought forcibly carrying away someone else's wife is Rakshasa Vidhana. The fool did not know. Teach him at least now, Lord, what it means for Rakshasa Vidhana. When the woman is willing, then the man can come and take her away forcibly. That alone is called Rakshasa Vidhana, not otherwise, not forcibly taking her against her wishes. Therefore, teach him what the Rakshasa Vidhana is. That is why she is using these particular words, is the opinion of the wise commentators of the Bhagavatam. Antappurantarachari manihatya bandhun tvamudvage katamiti pravadami upayam purvedyurasti mahati kuladeva yatra yasyam bahir navavaduhu girijam upeyat. Hey Bhagavan, if you are asking me, how shall I come and take you away without causing any bloodshed, without causing any harm to all your relatives, then I will tell you the upayam, the method for that also, the solution. The only day when the princess of Vidarbha Desha is allowed to come out in public is the day before her marriage, when she is allowed to go and worship Girija, Devi, in the temple. At that time you should come and take me and go. यस्यांग्रि पंकजरजस्नपनं मघान्तो वाञ्छन्ति उमापतिरिवात्म तमोपहत्यैः यर्हि अम्बुजाक्ष न लभेय भवत्प्रसादं जह्याम् असून् व्रतकृशान् शतजन्मभिः स्यात्. If on the other hand, in spite of everything, Bhagavan, if you do not come, if you will not come tomorrow to rescue me, then I shall give up my life through vrata. I will fast and give up my life. I shall worship the Lord and give up my life, but never shall I marry anybody else other than you. I have devoted myself to you. I have dedicated myself to you. I belong to you, and I shall not be given away to anybody else. Even if it takes me 100 births, I will wait for you, but I shall not submit to anybody lesser than you. This was the letter. Bhagavan read the letter and laughed, and he said, Daruka. Bhagavan's charioteer immediately brought Bhagavan's chariot. Bhagavan got onto the chariot, caught hold of the Brahmana, and he said, you also, and took him along with him. Overnight they reached the Vidarbha Desha. Balarama, looking at Krishna going away in a hurry, decided to gather all the army, the entire Yadava army, and they also followed. Bhagavan reached Vidarbha Desha. Hearing that Bhagavan had arrived, Bhishmaka went out as per protocol. He had to receive dignitaries, foreign dignitaries, and Krishna was certainly the dignitary of Dwaraka. Therefore, on the excuse of inviting a foreign dignitary to Rukmini's wedding, he went there. He took a very special drink called Madhuparka, which is only generally given to the bridegroom by the father-in-law to welcome him. In this manner, he took that and said, Bhagavan, I have a desire in my heart. You know what it is. You must fulfill it for me. Without openly telling what it is, he presented to Bhagavan. Bhagavan laughed and said, yes, tathastu. So shall it be. Next day morning, the news had spread that Krishna had come. Shishupala called everybody, called Jarasandha, called Rukmi, and told them all, listen, I'm trusting only you fellows. You all have to protect me. Make sure that Krishna does not take away Rukmini somehow or the other. He is capable of doing it. I'm depending on you fellows. Please protect me. They all said, don't worry, we will take care of you. All the armies had stationed themselves there right on the alert. Everybody was right on the edge, waiting to prevent anything from happening. Rukmini Devi came out. She went to the temple of Girija, performed her worship there, prayed to the Devi. The Brahmana had already come and told her that Krishna had arrived in response to her prayers, so she was very happy. She prayed to Devi, thanked her for bringing the Lord to her, and she stepped out of the temple along with her maids. She was coming along, head bowed down. It was not appropriate for her to look up everywhere. Therefore, with her head bowed down, catching hold of her cloth, her sari, with her hands, lifting it up gently, she was walking. At the same time, she wanted to see Bhagavan. Her heart's desire was about to be fulfilled and she wanted to see Bhagavan. But how to look up and see Bhagavan? It was not appropriate for a girl to look up like that. And so what she did was, in the pretext of moving her hair from her face, she lifted up her bejeweled hand. She was wearing 5 rings on all the fingers, and all the rings were connected to her bangles through gold chains. That was the bejeweled hands. With that, she slowly lifted up the locks of her hair, and one straight look. The heart of the devotee knows the Lord. She did not look at anybody else. She straight looked at Bhagavan, only to see Bhagavan looking at her. If you look to me, I look to you, says Swami. She looked to him and found him looking at her. The next instant, even as she was watching Bhagavan, Bhagavan said, Daruka. Immediately the chariot flew. In the speed of light, it flew there. It came around. Bhagavan bent down, lifted up Rukmini, put her upon his chariot, and took her for a ride. Bhagavan gave her a literal lift. Generally we say, please give me a lift. Bhagavan lifted her up and put her on the chariot, and in a flash of lightning, even before anybody could realize what was happening, from suddenly the chariot came. Bhagavan lifted up Rukmini and the chariot went away. And all the kings who had assembled there to stop this thing from happening, what were they all doing? They were all standing and watching. What a wonderful divine couple this is. Sakshat Mahalakshmi and Bhagavan together. How wonderful this pairing is. How wonderful is our good fortune to be able to look at this pairing. They were all watching and enjoying the divine entrancing beauty of Bhagavan and the Divine Mother. Jarasandha and Rukmi were the first ones to snap out of the trance. They said, hey, what is happening? Let us go follow this. Let us stop this from happening. So the entire armies started to march forward, only to be stopped by Balarama. Balarama defeated all of them single-handedly. They all had to come back. Rukmi alone did not want to give up and he went chasing. Meanwhile, Jarasandha came. Shishupala was sitting there all dressed up like the bridegroom. all ready for the wedding. Jarasandha entered in, and as soon as Jarasandha entered in, Shishupala looked up and said, "Is it time? Shall I go?" Jarasandha, Bhagavatam is very beautiful, and the Jarasandha came and gave him a pat on the shoulder and said, "Bho, bho, Purusha Shardhula. Oh, tiger among men. Oh, tiger among men," he said. Yes, what? I have something to tell you. Yes, Jarasandha, what? He said, Sukha dukkhe same kritva labha labho jaya jaya. In this world, Sukha and Dukkha come, victory and defeat come. It is the mark of the brave to take everything with the same spirit. You see, 17 times I attacked Krishna and 17 times I was defeated. Only 18th time I was able to somehow capture Mathura. One should never give up. One should always keep our efforts going. So Shishupala said, "That's all right. Why this Vedanta discourse on the eve of my wedding? Why are you telling me all this?" Just to prepare you, Shishupala, because let us go home now. Why go home? I have not yet been married. Marriage is over. But I am still here. Marriage is over. Krishna has married Rukmini. We can all go back home now. Shishupala trusted these men. That is what comes to us when we surrender ourselves to mere mortals. Bhagavan alone is Sarva Sharanyaha. He alone is worthy of surrendering to, because he alone can rescue us. What is the use of surrendering to everybody else? Patigalu, Aivaru, Iddarenu. Purandarasa sings, what is the use of 5 husbands that Rukmini had? She appealed to everybody, but not one of them was able to come to her help. That is why later on, when Ashwatthama sends the Astra, Uttara, who has got Parikshit in her womb, she doesn't respond to anybody. She goes straight to Bhagavan and she falls at Bhagavan's feet and she says, "I know nobody else other than you. Yatra mrityuhu parasparam. Apart from you, there is no abhayam, O Lord. Everybody is under the sentence of death. Who shall I surrender to but you?" We should know who to surrender to. Shishupala surrendered to all his friends and he was abandoned. Those who surrender to Bhagavan are always protected. Bhagavan brought Rukmini back to Dwaraka, presented her to his parents, and there in front, in the presence of all the relatives, all the devas had assembled there. Wonderful occasion. It seemed as though Dwapara Yuga had suddenly given way to Sathya Yuga. On that day, in that auspicious Kalyana Mandapa, with all the gods and the rishis present, even as it is today, Bhagavan, Lokapita, married Rukmini, the Lokamata, Purusha and Prakriti, Shiva and Shakti, Narayana and Lakshmi came together in order to ensure the welfare of all this world. In this manner, Bhagavan's Rukmini Kalyanam was celebrated. Swami had said to complete this with Parikshit Moksham. The entire Bhagavatam was only narrated for the sake of Parikshit. 7 days only Parikshit had. And for 7 days he listened to this Srimad Bhagavatam. In the Dwadasha Skanda, 12th Skanda, right at the end, Sri Shuka looks at Parikshit after having narrated all the stories, including Bhagavan's Leelas, Uddhava Gita and so on. He tells him, "Tvam tu rajan marishyeti pashu buddhi imam jahi na jata prag abhutodya dehavatvam nanangshasi." Hey Rajan, O King Parikshit, as for you, after having listened to all this, give up this instant the association that you have with this body. Tvam tu rajan marishyeti pashubuddhi imam jahi. Give up this pashubuddhi, this animalistic tendency that you are the body. Only animals think that they are the body, not human beings. Give up immediately this association, this dehabhimana. Give up the idea that you are going to die. Give up the idea that after dying you will be born again. None of these things appeal to you or are appropriate to you. Instead, listen to what I have to say. Keep this bhavam going within you. Aham brahma param dhama, brahmaham paramam padam, evam samikshanna atmanam atman yadhaya nishkale. Constantly repeat to yourself, Aham Brahma Parandama, Brahmaham Paramam Padam. I am the Brahman, I am the Brahman, I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am not this Jiva, I am the Brahman. I am the Brahman. Dashantam Takshakam Pade Lelihanam Vishananai Na drakshasi sharirancha vishvam cha pratagatmanaha. Constantly live in this Brahma Bhava. If you live in this Brahma Bhava, then you will not see Takshaka come and bite you. You will not see the body. You will not see this world. You will not see anything apart from yourself. Everything will appear as yourself. Takshaka will also be you. The body will also be you. The poison will also be you. The world will also be you. Sarvam khaluvidam Brahma. Everything here is the Brahman. Remain in that state. Shri Shuka gives this powerful message to Parikshit. Parikshit, in his turn, accepts it all, understands it, experiences it, and tells him, he says to Shri Shuka, Siddhosmi anugrihitosmi bhavata karunatmana shravito yachame sakshat anadi nidano harihi. Siddhosmi, I have accomplished what I have to accomplish. Anugrihitosmi, I have been blessed by you. Bhavata karunatmana. You yourself are compassion. Like Shri Krishna, you yourself are the embodiment of compassion. By your compassion I have been blessed. By your compassion I have been sanctified. By your compassion I have attained the truth. Shravito yachame sakshat anadi nidano hari. You have told me, you have given to me Bhagavan himself. Bhagavan takshakebhyo mrityubhyo na bhivemyaham. Hey Bhagavan, I have no longer any fear about takshaka or of death. Pravishto brahma nirvanam. I am entering into brahma nirvana sthiti. Abhayam darshitam tvaya. You have shown me the highest state. You have shown me the truth of who I am. You have shown me that I am the Atma. I am not this body. Therefore I have lost all fear. Ajnanancha nirastam me jnana vijnana nishtaya. On the other hand, Ajnana has left me completely. I am established in Jnana, in the wisdom, and in the realization of the wisdom, Vijnana. Bhavata darshitam kshemam paramam bhagavatav padam. You have shown me the highest state. You have given me equality with Bhagavan himself. I no longer consider myself as Parikshit. I am myself Krishna. I am myself the Atma. And in this manner, Parikshit attained Jnanam. Takshaka came and bit him, it is said, but Parikshit wasn't aware of it at all. He had already submerged his entire body, mind, his individuality into the highest. From that Vyashti to the Samashti to the Parameshti, he had already gone and merged himself into the highest truth. For the last 11 days, Bhagavan, you have given us all the wonderful opportunity to listen to you, because this Bhagavatam has been rendered only by you. 7 days Parikshit heard this from Shri Shuka and attained the highest state. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was able to produce so many jnanis as his disciples. We've all assembled here as Swami's children. It is not enough to keep constantly saying we are devotees, we are students, and so on. I remember once in Prashanti, in a particular subject, lot of students had failed. Swami called the lecturer and took him to task and said, if so many students have failed, it is your fault, you have not taught properly. Bhagavan is our teacher. Bhagavan is our guru. If we don't pass, it reflects badly on him. And we cannot let that happen. We cannot claim to say we love him and at the same time let him be appearing as a poor teacher. If we truly love him, then on this auspicious day when Sathya Yuga has taken birth, take a pledge. Each one of us should take a pledge. We will all become Atmajnanis. We will all become Brahmajnanis. We will all become masters. Enough of becoming students, masters it is time for us to now become. Don't wait to enter into Premasai University as students, enter into Premasai University as teachers. That is the sankalpa we should all take. Yes, we should be with Premasai. Yes, we should serve him. But as teachers in his university, not students. How long will we keep learning? Chaduvulanni chaduvi chadivi chavanganetiki chavule ni chaduvu chaduvavalayu. So many times Swami has sung this to us. Again and again studying, dying. What is the use of this? Chavule ni chaduvu chaduvavalayu. If we can't get this under Bhagavan as our guru, who are we able to go and get it under? Can we get this opportunity again? Will Bhagavan himself become the Guru? It is not an opportunity for us to leave. Let us not live in the fond hope of a tomorrow when Prema Sai will come. Why? What is wrong with Satya Sai today? Why should we not get the truth right now, today, here in his presence? Then let us be with Prema Sai. Let Jnanis surround Prema Sai. How wonderful that would be. Let him come and be surrounded by, like Dakshinamurti, let him be surrounded by rishis. Let us all of us become rishis like that. How long should we keep on playing this humble role? I am only a devotee, Swami. Sai did not come to make devotees. Sai came to make himself. Once in a discourse, Swami said, Ramakrishna produced one Vivekananda, but the Satya Sai will produce thousands and thousands of Satya Sais, he said, not Vivekanandas. Bhagavan wants to replicate himself in amongst all of us. It will not give Bhagavan joy in looking at us as mere devotees. Bhagavan will find joy when we are able to rise up to his level and declare to him, Swami, there is no difference between you and me. You have, by your extraordinary grace, by your extraordinary love, given me the same state as yourself. Swami coined a beautiful term never before heard in any of Vedanta. He said, Premadvaitam. Advaitam everybody has heard about, but Premadvaitam only Bhagavan coined it. He said, through love, see that all this is one. Everything is but the same Brahman. Everything is Swami. If we really love Swami, how can we say anything other than him? Should we not be so maddened in love like the Gopikas? The same Krishna has come, have the same Gopikas come? The same Rama has come, has the same Hanuman come? Should we let our Lord down? If Rama is Rama, then should we not be his Vanaras? If Sai is Krishna, then should we not be his Gopikas? Should we not be his Uddhava? Perhaps we can blame it on Kali Yuga until today, that because of the influence of Kali, we were not able to make any progress and so on. Swami has not given us any excuses from this moment onwards. There is no excuse whatsoever. We have to rise up and stand tall and let the world know that Satya Sai is the producer of Jnanis. Swami, having already offered everything to you, there is nothing more left to offer to you, Swami. Yet, even if I say I offer this Bhagavatam to you, it is ego because you have said it. Who am I to offer anything to you? On behalf of everybody, we surrender to you, Swami. Guide us. As always, Sanatana Sarathi, you are Partha Sarathi. One day, one Partha alone you guided. As Sanatana Sarathi, you are going to guide all of us. May we all understand the truth of who we are. May this so-called limited individuality go away from all of us. Let us understand that all of us are one and the same. Let no distinction exist between a person to another person. Let us all see all of us as simply aspects of your own divine love. Ayodhya Mathura Maya Kashi Kalchyavanti Dwaraka Puri Tulyatita Shri Puttaparthi Shuddha Siddha Bhukti Mukti Prabhava Kshetral Taranga Sushobhita Shobha Vilasa Godulidu Sarita Sundaranga Chitta Chora Adhyashcharya Agatana Gatana Samarthya Nitya Vibhuti Leela Vibhuti Ubhaya Vibhuti Nata Shri Ranganatha Shri Venkatanatha Shri Vaidyanatha Shri Swaminatha Shri Shalmukhanatha Shri Sainatha Devadi Deva Deva Jaya Vijayi Bhava Puttaparthi Chakravarti Sachidananda Shri Dasharatha Rama Sita Rama Kodanda Rama Maruti Rama Sundara Rama Atma Rama Vattabi Rama Shri Sai Rama Nityananda Premananda Brahmananda Paramananda Jnanananda Hritayananda Atmananda Nitya Kalyana Jajwalya Nitya Shri Nitya Mangala Sarva Mangala Saubhagya Pradayaka Bhagavan Shri Satya Sai Swarupa Swamitva Vatsalya Saushilya Saulabhya Ananta Kalyana Gunagananga Maharnava Jaya Vijayi Bhava सचित्रशायी भुजगेन्द्रशायी नंदांगशायी कमलांगशायी क्षीराब्धिशायी वटपत्रशायी श्रीरंगशायी श्री सत्यसाई स्वरूपात्मलिंगोद्भवकरा ज्योतिलिंगोद्भवकरा प्रेमलिंगोद्भवकरा स्वर्णलिंगोद्भवकरा रम्यलिंगोद्भवकरा नादलिंगोद्भवकरा नाभिलिंगोद्भवकरा श्री साई लिंगेश्वरा श्री शिरडीश्वरा पर्तीश्वरा परमेश्वरा जगदीश्वरा महेश्वरा विश्वेश्वरा सर्वेश्वरा श्री साईश्वरा अखिल जगदाधारा अखिल जगत स्वामिन अस्मत् स्वामिन अचरण्य शरण्य श्रीमन् नारायण अखिलांड कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक सत्यधर्म शांति प्रेम हिंसावतारा सत्यसाई स्वरूप नेत्रानंद नित्योत्सव नित्य कल्याण सर्व मंगलाकार सर्वभूत दयापर सार्वभौम श्री साई रामा सत्य साई रामा जय विजयी भव जय विजयी भव जय विजयी भव मंगलम गुरुदेवाय मंगलम स्वस्वरूपिणे मंगलम वेदवेद्याय मंगलम ज्ञानदायिने मंगलम प्रेमरूपाय मंगलम शांतिदायिने मंगलम पूज्यपादाय मंगलम श्री सत्यसायिने
Prema Pravaham. Do we need to say more? The love between Bhagavan and his devotees. Since time immemorial, music has been embedded in our lives. It seeps into arts, culture, and finds expression in languages, and has a great effect on all of us. And this evening, brothers and sisters, we are all in for a big treat, or a triple treat. Shri Kunal Ganjawala, Shri Sumit Tapo, and Shri Prasann Rao. Shri Kunal Ganjawala is a well-known playback singer and has given his mellifluous voice to songs in Hindi, Kannada, Marathi, Bengali, and other languages of India. Born into a family of musicians and music lovers, Shri Kunal discovered his God-given talent when he was in college. This calling, with the support of his family, led him to dedicate his life to music. Today, Shri Kunal is a household name. Along the way, his dedication and talent has seen much recognition in the form of prestigious awards. But what most defines dear brother Kunal is his deep devotion and love for beloved Swami. A long-time devotee and an ardent sevak, brother Kunal has enthralled all of us on many an occasion, taking us all to a blissful plain of Sai with his bhajans and kirtans. Shri Sumit Tapu is from the third generation of Sai devotees from Fiji and has dedicated his life at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. Having trained under Shri Anup Jalota, playback, singing, bhajans, and soulful devotional songs can be attributed to Shri Sumit. He has performed over 500 concerts across the globe. He was also awarded the Lions International Gold Award for the Most Soulful Voice of 2014, but considers performing in the divine presence his highest achievement and veritably the best award ever. Today, he is accompanied by two leading musicians from the music industry, Shri Rishi Singh on the guitar and Shri Manoj Kumar on the dholak. Shri Prasann Rao is based in Bhopal and is a singer, composer, lyricist, and music arranger. He's learned Hindustani classical from Pandit Balwant Puranak ji of Gwalior Gharana and has been recipient of many awards. Today, he will be offering two of his compositions at the Divine Lotus Feet. Together, all the three musicians will be offering 7 songs. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram to all guests, elders, and Koti Koti Pranam, first and foremost to the Lord who sits here so beautifully amidst us, and we sit at his lotus feet. I offer whatever I have from the bottom of my heart at his lotus feet. What is his, I give back to him. As Swami had commanded, he wanted to hear abhangs. So abhangs it is, Swami. Sundar te dhyan ubhe vithevari, sundar te dhyan ubhe vithevari, karakatavari thevuni ya, sundar te dhyan ubhe vithevari, sundar te dhyan. तुलसी हार कळा कासे पीतांबर तुलसी हार कळा कासे पीतांबर आवडे निरंतर आवडे निरंतर तेजी रूप सुंदर ते ध्यान उभे विठेवरी सुंदर ते ध्यान मकर कुंडल मकर कुंडल तळपती श्रवणी मकर कुंडल तळपत श्रवणी कंठी कौस्तुभमणि विराजित सुंदर ते ध्यान उभे विठेवरी सुंदर ते ध्यान तुका म्हणे माझे हेची सर्व सुख तुका म्हणे माझे हेच सर्व सुख पाहून श्रीमुख पाहून श्रीमुख आवडीने सुंदर ते ध्यान उभे विठेवरी सुंदर ते ध्यान उभे विठेवरी करकटावरी ठेवूनिया सुंदर ते ध्यान उभे विठेवरी सुंदर ते ध्यान सुंदर ते ध्यान सुंदर ते ध्यान
Swami, with love, humility and reverence, I surrender myself at the Divine Lotus feet. Swami, thank you for giving us this most wonderful opportunity to sing to you on this most auspicious day, the beginning of the Sathya.
भाग्यशाली कहलाए हम, भाग्यशाली कहलाए हम के प्रगटे सत्य साई। कलयुग की जो करे अंत, वो है सत्य साई। आज वो शुभ दिन आ गया है, जिसकी हुई प्रभात सत्य साई ने सतयुग की करी शुरुआत। सत्य साई ने सतयुग की करी शुरुआत। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। अंतर्यामी साईं बाबा, साईं दिव्य स्वरूप हो। अंतर्यामी साईं बाबा, साईं दिव्य स्वरूप हो। सारा ब्रह्मांड है सत्य साईं में, साईं शिव का रूप हो। साईं दिव्य स्वरूप हो। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। साथ हमारे भक्ति भाव से सकल जगत ये बोले हो। साईं ब्रह्मा, साईं विष्णु, साईं शंकर भोले हो। साथ हमारे भक्ति भाव से सकल जगत ये बोले हो। साईं ब्रह्मा, साईं विष्णु, साईं शंकर भोले। देखूं मैं साईं की छवि में ईश्वर के हर रूप हो। साईं दिव्य स्वरूप हो। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। एक जाप है, शिव और साईं एक नाम है। शिव शक्ति के संगम बाबा पुटपरती कैलाश धाम शिव और साई एक नाम है, शिव शक्ति के संगम बाबा, पुट्टपर्थी कैलाश धाम है। साई नाम ही सुख सागर है, शेष है निर्जल कूप हो, साई दिव्य स्वरूप हो। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। अंतर्यामी साईं बाबा, साईं दिव्य स्वरूप हो। अंतर्यामी साईं बाबा, साईं दिव्य स्वरूप हो। सारा ब्रह्मांड है सत्य साईं में, साईं शिव का रूप हो। साईं दिव्य स्वरूप हो। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय। अंतर्यामी साईं बाबा, साईं दिव्य स्वरूप। सारा ब्रह्मांड है सत्य साईं में, साईं शिव का रूप हो। साईं दिव्य स्वरूप।
Offering Meera Bhajan Swami. There is nothing like my composition or anybody's composition. Every note, every swara is your own form. Every composition is yours composition, Swami. So just offering your composition at your lotus feet. जो तुम तोड़ो पिया मैं नहीं तोड़ूं रे। जो तुम तोड़ो पिया मैं नहीं तोड़ूं रे। जो तुम तोड़ो पिया मैं नहीं तोड़ूं रे। तो से प्रीत तोड़ कृष्णा तो से प्रीत तोड़ कृष्णा कौन संग जोड़ो रे। कौन संग जोड़ो रे। जो तुम तोड़ो पिया मैं नहीं तोड़ूं रे। मैं नहीं तोड़ूं रे। तुम भय तरोवर मैं भई पतिया, तुम भय सरोवर मैं भई मछिया, तुम भय गिरिवर मैं भय चारा, तुम भय चंदा मैं भय चकोरी, जो तुम तोड़ो पिया मैं नाही तोड़ू रे, मैं नाही तोड़ू रे। तुम भय मोती प्रभु जी, तुम भय मोती हम भय धागा, तुम भय सोना हम भय सुहागा, मीरा के प्रभु ब्रिज के वासी, मीरा के प्रभु ब्रिज के वासी, तुम मोरे ठाकुर मैं तोरी दासी, मैं तोरी दासी, जो तुम तोड़ो पिया मैं नाही तोड़ू रे, तो से प्रीत तोड़ कृष्णा कौन संग जोड़ू रे, कौन संग जोड़ू रे, जो तुम तोड़ो पिया मैं नाही तोड़ू रे, 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 मैं नाही तोड़ू।
भगवान जो अगला गाना मैं आपके सामने पेश कर रहा हूँ वो संत ज्ञानेश्वर जी का भजन है जो उन्होंने अर्पण किया आपके चरण में। This is a song from the state of Maharashtra from 300 years ago, from 700 years ago when Sant Jnaneshwar walked this earth. And the song is about the fact that when he realized that God wasn't different from him and he wasn't different from God, it's when that realization happened is when this was sent by Swami to him as Vitthala, presenting this at the lotus feet. अरे अरे ज्ञाना झाला सी पावन, अरे अरे ज्ञाना झाला सी पावन, तुझे तुझ रान कळो आगे, अरे अरे ज्ञाना झाला सी पावन, अरे अरे ज्ञाना झाला सी पावन, माझ सनी पाव कळो आले, तुझा तूच देव तूच तूच भाव, तुझा तुझी देव तुझा तुझी भाव, अपजिलाशी चित्ते मुरडुनिया मन अपजिलाशी चित्ते कोठे तुझे रीते नाती सेरया अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना तुझे तुझ ध्यान कळो आले अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना दीपक दीपक मावळला ज्योती दीपक दीपक मावळला ज्योती घर भरी वाती शून्य झाला अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना तुझे तुझे ध्यान कळो आले अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना वृत्तीची निवृत्ती आपणा सकट वृत्तीची निवृत्ती आपणा सकट अवघेची वैकुंठ चतुर्भुज अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना तुझे तुझे ध्यान कळो आले अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना निवृत्ती निवृत्ती परम अनुभव वृत्तीची निवृत्ती परम अनुभव शांतीपूर्ण क्षमा ज्ञान देवो अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना तुझे तुझे ध्यान कळो आले अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना अरे अरे ज्ञान झाला सिपावना
Dear devotees, as we came on stage and offered our hearts to Swami, Swami said to us, don't sing with your throats, sing from your heart. Swami, there's one song which is very dear to me, I composed for you in 2007. And I think this is a prayer, a feeling in the hearts of all devotees, Swami. So I present the tribute to Mother Sai.
जिसने सजाई खुशियाँ हमारी, जिसने बसाया जहां, है सबसे अच्छी, सबसे प्यारी मेरी साई माँ हो, मेरी साई माँ हो, जिसने सजाई खुशियाँ हमारी, जिसने बसाया जहां, है सबसे अच्छी, सबसे प्यारी मेरी साई माँ। ओ माँ साई माँ, ओ माँ साई माँ। मन मंदिर की मूरत तुम हो, मैं एक प्रेम पूजा, माँ का चल, माँ की ममता पाई तुमसे सारी है, बदले चाहे दुनिया सारी, बस बदलो तुम ना, हाय सबसे अच्छी, सबसे प्यारी मेरी साई माँ। चरणों में है साई तुम्हारे, सब नदियों का संगम, गीत भजन सुर साज तुम्हीं से, तुमसे माँ सरगम, धर्म कर्म गुण ज्ञान तुम्हीं से, सब तुमसे जन्मा है, सबसे अच्छी, सबसे प्यारी मेरी साई माँ। तुझ में मुझ में दिल धड़कन सा, एक अटूट सा रिश्ता, मात पिता गुरु भगवन और तुम हो, नेक फरिश्ता है, मैं अबोध अज्ञानी बालक, करना भूल क्षमा, सबसे अच्छी, सबसे प्यारी मेरी साई माँ। ओ माँ साई माँ, ओ माँ साई माँ, ओ सजाई खुशियाँ हमारी, जिसने बसाया जहाँ। सबसे अच्छी सबसे प्यारी मेरी साई माँ हो, मेरी साई माँ। ओ माँ साई माँ, 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 ओ माँ साई माँ।
Swami, this song is more like a prayer from all of us assembled here on this very first day of Sathya Yuga, Swarna Yuga, Sai Yuga. And I would offer it to you. ये जीवन चरणों में तेरे करते हम अर्पण। प्रेम अहिंसा की ज्योति से जगमग हो ये मन, तेरे प्यार की खुशबू से दुनिया को महकाए, तेरा ही संदेश बने हमारा ये जीवन, हमारा ये जीवन। सत्य धर्म और शांति प्रेम से भर दो ये जीवन, सत्य धर्म और शांति प्रेम से भर दो ये जीवन। अरज हमारी बस इतनी है सत्य साई भगवन, अरज हमारी बस इतनी है सत्य साई भगवन। भगवान 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 भगवान। कब से तरस रहे थे साईं हम सबके तन मन, जन्मों की प्यासी अखियों को हो गए अब दर्शन। कब से तरस रहे थे साईं हम सबके तन मन, जन्मों की प्यासी अखियों को हो गए अब दर्शन। हर एक क्षण जीवन का हम करते तुमको अर्पण, अरज हमारी बस इतनी है सत्य साई भगवन।
भगवान 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 भगवान। सत्य से महके सदा ये वाणी, दो ऐसा वरदान। प्रेम से भरे विचार हो सबके लिए समान। सत्य से महके सदा ये वाणी, दो ऐसा वरदान। प्रेम से भरे विचार हो सबके लिए समान। धर्म की राह पे चल के बनाए ये जीवन मधुबन। अरज हमारी बस इतनी है सत्य साईं भगवान 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 भगवान
तू प्यार का सागर है, तू प्यार का सागर है। तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम, तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम। लौटा जो दिया तूने, लौटा जो दिया तूने। चले जाएंगे जहाँ से हम, चले जाएंगे जहाँ से हम। तू प्यार का सागर है, तू प्यार का सागर है।
जिस पर तुमने साईं जन्म लिया, साईं जन्म लिया। दीन दुखी को गले लगाया, युग पुकार किया, युग पुकार किया। चांद और सितारे भी, चांद और सितारे भी तेरी जयकार करेंगे सदा, तेरी जयकार करेंगे सदा।
तू प्यार का सागर है, तू प्यार का सागर है।
घायल मन का पागल पंछी, उड़ने को बेकरार, उड़ने को बेकरार। पंख है कोमल, आँख है धुंधली, जाना है सागर पार, जाना है सागर पार। अब तू ही से समझा, अब तू ही से समझा कि राह भूले थे कहाँ से हम,
तू प्यार का सागर है, तू प्यार का सागर है। इधर झूम के गाए जिंदगी, उधर है मौत खड़ी, उधर है मौत खड़ी। कोई क्या जाने कहाँ है सीमा, उलझन आन पड़ी, उलझन आन पड़ी। कानों में जरा कह दे, कानों में जरा कह दे कि आए कौन दिशा से हम, कि आए कौन दिशा से हम। तू प्यार का सागर है, तू प्यार का सागर है। तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम, तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम। लौटा जो दिया तूने, लौटा जो दिया तूने। चले जाएंगे जहाँ से हम, चले जाएंगे जहाँ से हम। तू प्यार का सागर है, तू प्यार का सागर है, तू प्यार का सागर है।
Swami has graciously blessed two speakers this evening. Our first speaker is Mr. Isaac Tigrit. He calls himself a devoted servant of Bhagwan for over 4 decades now. He's known the world over as the founder of Hard Rock Cafe and House of Blues. When Bhagwan announced the grand expansion of his healthcare mission in the year 1990 to build a super specialty hospital in Prashantinilayam, Mr. Tigrit sold his entire business and offered everything at Bhagwan's lotus feet. Brothers and sisters, may we please invite Mr. Tigrit to address all of us. Sai Ram.
Hello, can you hear me out there? Yeah. I don't know if you know this, these wonderful gentlemen, two of them, one's got a sore throat and the other one's got a bad cold, but they sang beautifully tonight. They were a little frightened. Bless you. I sat next to Kunal at lunchtime. He has a terrible sore throat and he was kind enough to give it to me. So I'm going to keep it slow. Swami said to not speak too long. This is a very auspicious occasion in lots of different ways. Lots of different ways. 20 years ago, on the Sunset Strip in Hollywood, California, Swami allowed, for the very first time since the invention of the internet, which was just a baby in the hands of children up in Silicon Valley, for sound to be heard for the first time on the internet around the world. And it came from his invention, of which I was a small part, called the House of Blues, where on Martin Luther King's birthday, 1995, the world heard the leading civil rights speakers in America and great musicians like Stevie Wonder, Public Enemy, and Isaac Hayes and his orchestra, and many other fabulous musicians. The very first sound, arranged by our dear Lord. I rushed immediately to Puja-2015 and said, Swami, thank you, you've graced me. This friend of mine named Al Gore actually gave me something called the M-bone for those that are tech heads. It was an unknown part of the net. It was a little mono sound. This is pre-mosaic, pre-real audio, and the first sound. And I told Swami, we can actually now hear your discourses and see your discourses in Puja-2015 and your darshan every day. He said, wait. That's one of the most famous things that's ever happened. I've waited years for things to happen. He said, wait. I went back several times because we then began broadcasting. The House of Blues actually were concert venues where we did every type of music. Did 18,000 live events a year through the grace of Sathya Sai Baba. And I went back many, many, many times and said, Swami, please let us put your discourses to the world and your amazing darshan. And he always said, wait until the last 9 days. It's amazing that in these last 9 days, he has allowed the entire world has been invited. And I say hello now to the Americas, all of Asia, Oceania. They're all with us in the House of Sai tonight, live, streaming all over the entire world. very, very auspicious, and of course, at the beginning of a new yuga. But let's talk about the old yuga for a second. Our distinguished, wonderful, talented, intelligent, amazing chap who told us the stories of Krishna, which I'd never even knew to such a degree and enjoyed as we all have for a number of days. That was over 5,000 years ago, and the Kali Yuga was just heating up. And the same exact problems that we face with ourselves today, they were facing then, 5,000 years ago. And now the Lord has announced that a new age has come upon us. It's not instantaneous. We're going to have to crawl out of the darkness. As he described this yuga to us just yesterday, it's a yuga of darkness. It's a time of mistaken identity. We've lost who we are. He's told us, as all the masters, you're divine beings. You're all Atma. The great Maharaj from, I love his quote from Bombay, said, that which has never been born never dies. That's what you are. But we've forgotten that. We forgot it 5,000 years ago, and we've been trying to get back ever since. It's such a strange time. I have always felt terribly, terribly uncomfortable about being alive, because it was always something getting to me, ego, I don't know what to call it, but see, the ego and the entire system, your heart, your mind, these are all beautiful things, but they're run on energy, electricity, but not normal energy. It's prana energy. It's divinity itself. So the ego, if mastered, can be fantastic, but like other forms of energy, including prana energy, there's polarity. There's a positive and negative. So you can be on a positive ego trip or a negative ego trip. For the last 3 months, I have been on a negative ego trip. I've been lost. I'm like reading a book and I've lost my place and I can't find it. Honestly, today, things changed a bit because we saw and felt something together, something fantastic, something that is unfortunately may be forgotten in the coming days, but we sat in that room and the consciousness of sound mantras raised us up to a divine place away from this mistaken identity. I was overwhelmed. It was sound. Sound. We heard sound coming from these gentlemen's hearts. And I guarantee you, knowing musicians, there was no ego involved. It was love, pure love, and it could come from their hearts, all three of them. Swami reminded me of something day before yesterday, so I brought this along. Whoops. God manifests himself in 3 ways in this dimension, many other ways, but 3 primary ways. One is sound. We heard that today. We saw what that can do, how it can lift us up to our true identity, raise our consciousness collectively. It was extraordinary, extraordinary day today. The other is light. I'm an old Egyptian. I used to worship Ra, but if you're a Hindu, it's Surya. But the sun, the power of life that it gives, and it manifests everything and makes it all divine. And the third is what he reminded me of, which is just being discovered again. And I don't know if one of these cameras is around can show this, but geometry, sound, light, and geometry. This is a geometric symbol of a chakra, a power point. If you look at the Tibetan Buddhists, they do tankas, these amazing, amazing geometric symbols. If you look at the Islamic faith, which is extraordinary faith, everything is geometrics. This has been forgotten. But Keith Critchlow, who was asked to do the hospital in Puttaparthi, he is the man that rediscovered this ancient geometry through a lot of scholarly papers. And he's the one that Swami chose. Swami told me when Critchlow came, he said his third eye is blinking open. And he's got the power. He's known as the father of this ancient truth that's just been rediscovered. So I just thought I'd let you know, keep that in mind. So if we're suffering from darkness, and today is the first day we crawl into the light, how are we going to do that? It's so fascinating, and I don't know if he's here, but there were three of us that traveled. I was the least distinguished, but this wonderful, incredible man, and I don't know if Srinivas is here, but we've been traveling with Swami, and suddenly I was sitting down with Srinivas, and we came to this wild, amazing conclusion about something that seems to be a new initiative. Because we had gone to Africa, and we went into the interior of Africa. This is where mankind began. This is where the most ancient things exist in the hearts of these men. Swami told me when I did the House of Blues that Africans had the ability to love more than any other race on this planet. I grew up in the Mississippi Delta, and I can testify it's true. And by the way, the Mississippi Delta, which some of you may or may not know, is the part of America where in 1865, 25 million Africans were freed who had been slaves. I grew up there. Its population is about 80% African. And the songs, the singing, the food, the love that I was so lucky to explore and experience was later the reason he told me I had to do the House of Blues to show America the incredible contribution that African Americans had made to its culture, which is music, food, and love. We also went to, and Swami said he's got an outpost, and not in the big city. This is out in the boondocks. Sweetest people. The next thing you know, we go to Australia, and they built an ashram there. It's on top of a 30,000-year-old Aboriginal site where they would gather. If you know the Aboriginals, they were the most advanced of all indigenous people on this planet's history. They called them God-men because their consciousness was so high. And they're still there. Swami made a big outreach. He put the new ashram, Shangri-La, right on top of one of their most sacred spots. And they gathered. And we reached out to them. You were there. It was beautiful, that lady. We went to Fiji. Fiji and Oceania, 1,500 miles away from the nearest continent, where these beautiful and amazing people have been living in paradise for thousands of years. You say, well, why don't you guys work? I say, why should we work? We live in paradise. If we get hungry, we jump into the ocean, we grab some fish, and if we want some fruit, we just pull it off the trees. It's just been amazing. We're in Malaysia 10 days ago, and Swami's building an ashram there. And where is he building it? He's building it right in the middle of tribal land of these ancient people. Then we got Africa, we got Australia, what's going on? Raipur. When we went for the opening of that amazing building in Raipur, the cultural minister got up there, and I'm looking, and he's got this map, and he says, oh, there's 37, 120 something districts on this map. He said, this is the largest conglomeration or collective place of tribals in all of Asia. Raipur, wait a second, what's going on? We're all going back to the people we think are savages. We're the savages. We are the savages. They're holding the wellspring of ancient truth, and Swami is going to let us drink from that stream. It is so exciting. That's where we will begin, in my humble opinion. This is the age of mistaken identity. And I will stop soon, Swami, I promise. I know you all are anxious to hear him. He's more interesting than me anyway. And he's beautiful. Now only can be seen in one new location. Here. This is the only place you're going to find him. The only place he ever was. There's a young man sitting in this audience tonight. And I was known him for years. He's a wonderful person. I said, how's your sadhana coming on? He said, I finally got Swami's message. I've been worshiping myself. I've been worshiping myself. I was so jealous. I said, that's the inner guru, the indweller, everything he said since day one. And you found him and you talked to him and you worship yourself? He said, yes, I worship myself. What was the mantra Swami said he gave us years ago? He said, I only need one mantra. There's only one. You say this one, everything will be fantastic. Very simple, 3 words. I am God, I am God, I am God, I am God. How many people say that mantra every day? Any hands going, oh, don't tell the truth. I know you. We can't believe it's true. We're in this age of darkness. And he repeats the same thing over and over and over. Why can't we remember? That's the worst part about this age. Why do I keep forgetting? We had this amazing ceremony. I was taken up through the stars. It was incredible. And 3 days from now, I'll forget what it was like. It'll be a fading memory. What do we have to do to crawl out and come into reality, the one that he represents? I mean, how crazy it's been since the time of Krishna. He was talking about it today. It was brilliant. Everybody wants to feel in this dark age of the Kali Yuga special, better than. I want to be special. I want to be better than. I'm a Hindu. I'm better than a Christian or a Muslim. You know, I'm an American. I'm better than a Mexican or a Canadian. I'm a rich guy. I'm better than a poor guy. Oh, I am so healthy. I'm much better than that poor guy in the wheelchair. Or, I believe in Sathya Sai Baba. I'm better than those that believe in Jesus, or Muhammad, or Zarathustra, or even, perhaps even more crazy, I believe in the light body of Sai Baba. I'm better than those that don't. Are you out of your minds? Have you ever seen his symbol? What is his symbol? What does he teach us? One God, many names. Get with the program. Don't be seduced by gala events. Keep them in your heart forever. I really failed him recently. He gave me a job to do, and he gave me some people to help me do that job. Young students, and strange to me because I've been so blessed to have many companies and 10,000 people working for me at once that I adored. So I went to him and I complained. I said, Swami, these people are incompetent. He said, I taught you, you teach them. I said, oh no, another job. I can't believe it. I better stay away. I want to get a new job every time I come near him. And I got impatient with one of them. I got impatient. Very impatient. And when this tiger gets impatient, it's not pleasant. Some of you know that about me. Swami wrote me my first letter. Beautiful. They called me, said, Swami's written you a letter. Come and pick it up. I said, you're kidding me, Swami? This is written me a letter. I come rushing down here. They give me this letter. You should have seen the paper, bonded, beautiful paper, embossed in gold across the type, his name and address. And I opened it up, and on the front of it, it says, to Tigrit, and then tiger in parenthesis. From Sai Baba, parenthesis, master. So I open up this letter, beautiful. And I'm looking at it, and he said, and I'll try to paraphrase it, because it's really for everybody. He said, Tigrit, We've been together many, many lives together, which some of you know he said that about me. I obviously didn't do a very good job or I wouldn't be back now. But he said, look, we've been in many lives together. And people look up to you, and they're going to want to see, for young ones, old, are going to look to you for advice. And you must speak sweetly. Because when you're speaking to them, you're speaking to me. If you want to know where Sai Baba is, look at the person next to you. One thing that I am certain of, I have learned through his grace to see divinity in people, and I can. I don't see it when I look in the mirror. I'm still working on that. So I'll end with one of the quotes that I adore, and I adore him. You have no idea how sweet and sensitive and beautiful he was as in his body. And do not follow me, as I may not lead. Do not lead, as I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be my friend. Sai Baba is not only your best friend, he's your only friend. God bless you all, and thank you, Swami.
Our next speaker for this evening is Shri B.N. Narsimurthy. Murthyana Award and Sir, as he is very fondly called, was the founder secretary Shri Sathya Sai Lokaseva Educational and Social Service Institutions at Muddenahalli. At the command of Bhagwan, he joined at Warden at the Prashantanilayam campus and later Brindavan campus. Warden Sir has also authored several books, one being Satyam Shivam Sundaram Volume 5, 6 and 7 at the divine command of Bhagwan, and also Divya Kripashraya containing his experiences with Bhagwan. His only ideal and motto for students like all of us to imbibe is Karishye Vachanam Tava. I will do whatever you ask me to, however it may sound, however it may be, or however far-fetched it may be. Now may we please invite Shri Murthy Sir to address all of us. Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my grateful pranams at the lotus feet of our most beloved Divine Master, Bhagavan Shri Sathya Sai Baba, most revered Shri Indulal Shaji, esteemed elders, brothers and sisters, and Bhagavan's dear children. Once it happened, after a very brilliant talk by Brother Tigret, I was asked to speak by Swami in Singapore. After I concluded, Swami got up. He was to speak, he said, "Tiger and lion have spoken, now the ringmaster will take over." I am sure all of us, including me, are waiting to hear the ringmaster. I stand here only to express my gratitude on behalf of every one of you here to our beloved Lord, who has made this wonderful thing possible in this place. I remember way back in 1969, first time when I set foot on this land, I never ever knew that this place had a glorious future like this. Today, it has a glorious future which is beyond even my imagination. There was a time when we had just 2 tile roof buildings, one at the southern end of this hall, another at the northern end. Could a place grow to be what it is today? Is beyond my imagination. At that time, I thought this institution, way back in the early 70s that was, I felt like a father and I thought the institution was my child. Later, within a few years, when Swami set his foot for the first time physically on 14th of August 1978, I knew that the institution had become my mother, I had become its child. And today, when I stand here, I only know that I am a speck of dust on the lotus feet of Swami, who conceived of this campus, who envisioned this campus and implemented to be what it is. ನೀನೊಲಿದರೆ ಕೊರಡು ಕೊನುರುವುದಯ್ಯ, ನೀನೊಲಿದರೆ ಬರಡು ಹಯನಬಹುದಯ್ಯ, ನೀನೊಲಿದರೆ ವಿಷವೇ ಅಮೃತ ಹೋದಯ್ಯ, ನೀನೊಲಿದರೆ ಸಕಲ ಪಡಿಪದಾರ್ಥ ಇದರಲಿಪ್ಪವು ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವ. For the sake of those brothers and sisters who can't understand this very profound, beautiful Kannada composition of a great devotee, Basavana, I would like to translate. If you will, a dried up stump will sprout again and grow into a beautiful tree. If you will, a barren land will become so fertile that it grants us bounteous crops. If you will, even poison will become nectar. If you will, everything will happen. And now, when I stand as a spectator to the drama that is happening here, I do know that it was he who sent me here for the first time in 1969. I do understand that he is the scriptwriter, he is the director, he is the producer, and more importantly, he is the audience of his own drama. It is. If this Sathya Sai Grama Muddenahalli campus is what it is today, it is said in the Lalita Sahasranama, Mother of the Universe we adored for the last 9 days, Unmesha Nimishotpanna Vipanna Bhuvanavalihi. Mother of the Universe just winks her eyes and multitudes of universes spring up. Then what is this for him? It's all a sport. It's all a game. Absolutely, it's all a game. But we are very, very fortunate, Swami, that you have chosen us to be a part of your most wonderful divine drama You are sitting here without the physical body, and you are guiding everything, you are guarding everything, and you are doing everything. Just an instance, my dear brothers and sisters. This Yagna, again I remember the 164th stanza of Lalita Sahasranama. Samsara Pankanirmagna Samudharana Pandita Yagna Priya Yagna Kartri Yajamana Swarupini. Why did you organize this Yagna? He has only one purpose. Samsara Pankanirmagna Samudharana Pandita. Mother is adored as the expert Pandita, expert in redeeming those who are stuck in the slush of samsara. She knows how to redeem them. Yagna is one of his ways. This Athi Rudra Maha Yagna, Navaratri Homa and Durga Puja was willed by Swami, and first person to listen to it from Swami was far away in Kerala, in the city of Trivandrum, Srimati Girija Devi, Girija Gopinath, who is sitting right here in the front. I knew her as mother of one of our very lovable students in Prashanti Nilayam. Her son, elder son, Dr. Neeraj, today, Neeraj Gopinath, was one of Swami's students in Prashanti Nilayam when I was warden there in 1984. But I had forgotten all about that. Just a year before, Swami appeared in her dream and said, "It is my blessing to your family that you are going to perform a Athi Rudra Maha Yagna completely at your family's cost." Swami told her. Why he chose her? Why he chose her today morning? Of all the people sitting there, Swami called her out, made her stand in front of the Yagna Kunda, the sacrificial fire, when Rudra had manifested and receiving all the offerings. I don't know. Naturally, in the dream, she was perplexed. Naturally, her question uppermost in her mind was, "Swami, how will I go about it? How do I go forward?" Swami told her in the dream, 1 year before, "Go to Muddenahalli, meet Narasimha Murthy." They came all the way. The family came all the way. I still remember that evening, Swami was driving down to go to the high school to bless the children there. The relationship between Swami and his children is something which has always fascinated me. I have always lived with these children. That is my great good fortune. Many of the children say, "Sir, we have learned a lot from you." But I would like to say at this point of time, I am the beneficiary. I have learned a lot from Swami and his children both. And one very important lesson I learned from both the master and his children, how to love selflessly. Only Swami is capable of loving selflessly, and only children are capable of loving selflessly. I learned that lesson. And Swami was going, he saw this family standing. I had forgotten all about them, and not recognizable also, because I also had a lot of good pitch black hair when I was warden, when Neeraj was my student, and Girija also had. But today, both are unrecognizable. That is how the time works. And Swami said, "Why are these Kerala people here?" You find out. Otherwise, I would not have really inquired why they have come here. And after the program, I asked them, she said, this is what it is. And immediately Swami called them. Swami told me, yes, I have called them. I have called them. And the Yagna is happening, has happened today by his will through this family. All of us will have enjoyed the bonanza of Swami's nectarine discourses, the wonderful Yagna being performed by the priests, the exposition of Bhagavatam, and bonanza of music from great devotees like the Trinity who are sitting here on the stage right now. All this was given to us because of, through this family, we should be very grateful to that family. Many people have worked very hard day and night, and Swami himself has expressed the wonderful work done by his students and his volunteers, members of Sri Sathya Sai Yuva Vrunda and Seva Vrunda. They have worked tirelessly, absolutely tirelessly. And as my brother Tigrit put it, the whole world has seen for the first time a program happening in the divine presence in Muddenahalli. That was possible by Swami's grace. At the same time, the work done by our alumni, we should be very grateful to them. And many more people who have worked behind the scenes. And for the first time, I saw tents in Muddenahalli, tents. And a lot of people who are sitting here and working very hard are living in those tents. A day prior to the Yagna, Swami went there and there were very, very heavy rains. I still remember the lady coordinator prayed to Swami, Swami, at least from now onwards, no rains. And Swami said, no rains. After that, not a drop of rain, till today. We are all just actors on the stage. He is the string puller. In fact, even that is also duality. He is the actor, he is the stage, and his is the drama. Let us enjoy it, forgetting ourselves. One day, after Badri finished his exposition of Bhagavatam, he came up, Swami said these sweet words, Yenta baga chaptavara, na katha vini, nene maimarchipoyan. ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀಯೋ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀಯೋ. ಸೊ ಮದರ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸನ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀಯೋ, ನನ್ನ ಕತೆ ನಾನೇ ಕೇಳಿ ಮೈಮರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. How sweetly you expound my stories. Listening to my own stories, I forgot myself. That is what Swami said. And today, he said something which I have not heard Swami telling any other student. I would like to say that Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning should take pride that the institute has produced one Badri Narayan. Swami told him, without my grace, nobody can understand my story and nobody can expound my story like you are doing. Let us learn to be little children, picking up pebbles and shells on the shores of this infinite life, which is Swami himself. Once again, it's my privilege that I offer the gratitude of every one of us to Swami and pray to him to speak to us. Thank you. Sai Ram ji.
Om Shri Sai Ram. As we all pray to Bhagavan, I perceive him seated in this chair in a white robe, and I repeat as he speaks. విభువు యందు విశ్వము వెలుగుచుండు, విశ్వయందు విభువు వెలుగుంపు పడును, విశ్వ విభుల మైత్రి వీడతీయరానిది, సత్యరత్నాల మూట సాయి మాట.
God shines forth in his creation all the time, and the world shines forth in God. The relationship between God and this creation is inseparable.
ఇవి ఆత్మస్వరూపులారా,
Embodiments of the divine Atma.
విశ్వము విభువు ఒక సంబంధము, ప్రకృతి పురుష సంబంధము, శివ శక్తి సంబంధము, భగవంతుడు భక్తుల సంబంధము, అవినాభావమైన సంబంధము.
The relationship between God and his creation, between Purusha and Prakruti, between Shiva and Shakti, between God and his devotees is inseparable.
ఇక్కడ బింబం ఉంటున్నదో అక్కడ ప్రతిబింబం కూడా తిరగితానే జరుగుతుంది.
Wherever there is an object, naturally there will be a reflection.
ఆ విధముగానే ఎక్కడ భగవంతుడు ఉంటాడో అక్కడే భక్తులు కూడా ఉంటారు.
Similarly, wherever there is God, there are his devotees.
మీరందరూ కూడా ఇంత ఒక సమావేశంలో చేరారు, దానికి ఒకే ఒక కారణము.
All of you have gathered in such wonderful congregation. For all that, there is only one reason.
నేనే.
I am the reason.
మీ అందరినీ పిలిచింది వేరే ఎవరు కాదు, నేనే.
It is not anybody else who called all of you here. I called each and every one of you here.
కానీ ఆ హృదయం అంతా కూడా చాలా ఒక అద్భుతమైన ఆనందంతో నిండిపోతున్నది.
And whatever has happened here is filling every heart with so much of amazing and unimaginable bliss.
పిల్లలందరినీ చూసి ఒక తల్లి ప్రేమ ఏ విధంగా పుష్పితమై ప్రవహిస్తుందో ఆ విధముగానే మీ అందరిని ఇక్కడ చూసి నా హృదయం కూడా అంతా ఆనందం ప్రేమతో నిండుతుంది.
In the same way, as a mother heart is flooded with love when she sees her children, my heart is overflowing with love looking at all of you here.
నేను ఎక్కువ మాట్లాడాలని నాకు లేదు,
I don't want to speak much now.
కానీ ఇంత ఒక కార్యక్రమం జరగాలంటే ఎంతోమంది భక్తులందరూ చేరి ఎన్నో శ్రమలు కూర్చి పగల రాత్రి కష్టపడుతూ ఇవన్నీ కూడా చేశారు.
So if such a mammoth function had to happen here, many devotees have got together, worked day and night and made it possible.
కానీ నిజంగా చెబితే మీ యొక్క శరీరం ద్వారా నేనే నా పని చేసుకున్నాను.
But if I want to tell you the truth, it is not that you did. Through your bodies, I did all my work.
ఎవరి కోసం చేయలేదు, నా కోసమే నేను చేసుకున్నాను.
I did not do it for anybody else. I did it for myself.
అందరూ కూడా నేనే నేనే నేనే.
Because everyone is myself.
ఈ సత్యము నాకు గుర్తు, మీరు ఇంకా గుర్తించవలసింది.
This truth I know, but you have to know it. You have to recognize it.
ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఈ పాంచభౌతికమైన దేహము లేదు.
Now I do not have a body made up of 5 elements.
అందుకనే ఈ ఒక పాంచభౌతికంతో కూడిన ప్రపంచంలో ఏ పని చేయాలనుకున్న ఒక శరీరం చాలా అవసరము.
In this world which is made up of 5 elements, if somebody wants to do anything, a body made up of 5 elements is required.
కానీ ఇప్పుడు నాకు అట్టి ఒక శరీరం లేదు.
But today I don't have such a physical body.
కానీ మీ అందరి శరీరములు నా శరీరమే.
All your bodies are my bodies.
మీ చేతులే నా చేతులు.
All your hands are my hands.
మీ చూపులే నా చూపులు.
All your sights are my sights.
మీ బాటలే నా మాటలు.
All your paths are my paths.
మీ బాటలే నా బాటలు.
And all your actions are my actions.
అందుకనే ఇప్పుడు ఒక సాయిబాబా కాదు, లక్షాంతర సాయిబాబాలు అందరూ వచ్చి మీ అందరి నుంచి ఈ ప్రపంచాన్ని ఈ సత్యాన్ని నిరూపిస్తారు.
Earlier it was only one Sai Baba. Now many Sai Babas will manifest through you and demonstrate the truth of oneness of everyone.
నిజంగా చెబితే సాయిబాబాకు ఒక ఆకారము నామము రూపం అనేటటిదే లేదు.
Truly Sai Baba has no name, no form.
కానీ ప్రేమ మాత్రమే తన ఒక స్వరూపము, తన ఒక స్వభావము.
His true nature, his truth, reality is only love and nothing else.
అది అట్టి ప్రేమను మీరు పెంచుకొని అందరినీ కూడా ప్రేమతో పలుకరిస్తూ అందరినీ ప్రేమతో సర్వీస్ చేస్తూ సేవిస్తూ వస్తున్నప్పుడు మీ అందరిలో కూడా నన్ను దర్శించి ప్రపంచమంతా కూడా ఆనందిస్తుంది.
When you develop that kind of selfless love, speak to everyone with love, serve everyone with love, then the whole world will see me in every one of you and realize the truth.
నాకు ఎట్టి అపేక్షలు లేవు.
I don't have any desires.
కానీ ఒకే ఒక దాని కోసం నేను లొంగుతుంటాను.
But there is only one desire for which I always keep working.
ఈ ప్రేమను మనం పంచుకొని అందరూ నా మాటలు చెప్పినట్టు ప్రేమ స్వరూపులుగా అయిపోవాలా.
The only one thing is that develop love like me, and also you also become an embodiment of love. That is my desire.
అందుకని స్వామి చెప్పిన మాటలు అన్నీ కూడా సత్యమైన మాటలే.
All the words that spoken by Swami are words of truth.
మీ అందరూ కూడా ప్రేమ స్వరూపులారా అనే నేను పలుకరిస్తుంటాను.
All the time I am addressing you as embodiments of love, embodiments of Atma.
అందుకనే మీ అందరిది ఒక పెద్ద జవాబుదారీ అన్నిటి నా ఒక మాటలు తప్పిపోకూడదు.
And all of you have one great responsibility. You should never swerve from the path I am laying down through my words.
నా మాటని నిరూపించి ప్రపంచాన్ని చాటడమే మీ యొక్క రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ.
Your responsibility is to experience and practice and propagate my principle of love.
రేపటి దినము ప్రపంచమంతా కూడా ఇంత భక్తులు సాయిబాబా భక్తులు ఇట్లా ఉన్నారంటే మరి సాయిబాబా ఎట్లుంటాడో అని వాళ్ళు ఆశ్చర్యపడిపోవాలా.
Then all the people of the world looking at the devotees of Sai Baba should be surprised. If Sai Baba's devotees are so full of love, how could have been Sai Baba be?
ఒక మంచి స్టూడెంట్ ఉండేటప్పుడు ఇంత మంచి స్టూడెంట్ ఉంటే ఇంకా టీచర్ ఎంత మంచివాడు అని అందరూ కూడా అనుకుంటారు.
When you find a successful, talented, brilliant student, you will wonder how great the teacher would be.
ఒక మంచి పిల్లవాడు ఉంటే వాళ్ళ తల్లిదండ్రులు ఎంత గొప్పవాళ్ళు అని అందరూ కూడా అనుకుంటారు.
If there is a good son, then looking at the son, people would wonder how great the parents would be.
ఆ విధంగానే మేమందరినీ చూసి ఇంత భక్తులు ఉంటారంటే వాళ్ళ భగవంతుడు ఎలాంటి వాడు అని వాళ్ళు అనుకోవాలి.
Similarly, looking at all of you, if this God has such devotees, how would be that God?
అందుకని ఇప్పుడు సాయిబాబాని మనము ప్రపంచాన్ని తీసుకోవాలనుకుంటే ఫొటోస్ తీసుకుపోతే సారదు.
If you want to reach Sai Baba to the world today, taking photograph is not enough.
కానీ ఇంకొక ప్రవచనంలో చెప్పడం మాత్రం సరిపోదు.
Not even lecturing, speaking.
మీ యొక్క ఆచరణ ద్వారా, మీ యొక్క వర్తనము ద్వారా, మీ యొక్క జీవితం ద్వారా ఈ సాయిబాబాని మీరు ప్రపంచాన్ని చూపించాలా.
Through your behavior, through your conduct, through your life, you have to demonstrate Sai Baba to the world.
అందరూ కూడా సాయిబాబా అయిపోవాలా.
All of you should become Sai Babas.
అంతేగాని మాకు వేరే ఎట్టి అపేక్షలు లేవు.
That is my only desire. I don't have any other desires.
అందరూ కూడా ప్రేమతో మీ గుండెని నిండుకొని చేతుల ద్వారా సేవలు చేస్తూ ఈ సాయిబాబా ప్రేమ సేవ తత్వాన్ని ఈ ప్రపంచాన్ని ప్రబోధించాలి.
You have to fill your hearts with love. Use your hands to serve others. Speak everybody with love, and you demonstrate the principle of love and service of Sai Baba to the world.
ఈ క్షణం నుంచి ఈ అందరూ కూడా చాలా పట్టుదలతో ప్రతిజ్ఞ చేసి చెప్పుకోవాలా, ఈ దేహం నా దేహం కాదు, ఇది స్వామి దేహము. ఈ చేతులు నా చేతులు కావు, స్వామి చేతలే. పాదాలు నావు కావు, స్వామి పాదాలే. కన్ను నాది కావు, స్వామి కన్నులే. ఇదంతా నా జీవితం అంతా స్వామియే స్వామియే స్వామి అని మీరు అనుకున్నప్పుడే ఇది జరుగుతుంది.
At this moment, all of us should resolve within your hearts, this body is not mine, the body belongs to Sai Baba. These hands are not mine, hands belong to Sai Baba. These eyes are not mine, these eyes belong to Sai Baba. My life belongs to Sai Baba. Only when you do that, what I aspire can be achieved.
కానీ ఇంత ఒక మంచి పవిత్రమైన సమయంలో మనందరూ కూడా చాలా పట్టుదలతో మనం సాధించాలా.
At this very auspicious and sacred juncture, we have to achieve things with great determination.
అంతటా ఆత్మార్పు చేస్తే అదే నాకు ఒక గురు దక్షిణ.
And if you do that, that is the Guru Dakshina.
నాకు గురు 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 అందరికి సద్గురు అని పిలుస్తున్నారే కానీ ఓ గురువుకి తగిన దక్షిణ కూడా ఇవ్వాల్సి ఉంటుంది.
People keep calling me Sadguru, Sadguru, but you have to offer the dakshina to the Guru also.
అన్నిటికీ నేను ఇవ్వడానికి నేను చేస్తాను కానీ పుచ్చుకోవడానికి ఎప్పుడు కూడా నేను చాపరు.
I don't stretch my hand only for taking. I always stretch my hand for giving.
కానీ ఇక్కడ ప్రేమ కోసం మాత్రమే నేను చేయదు చాపుతున్నాను.
But I stretch my hands only to receive love.
ఈ లవ్ నాకు ఇస్తే నాకు అదే చాలు.
If you give me your love, that's enough for me.
అందరూ కూడా నిస్వార్థమైన ప్రేమ పంచుకోండి, అందరూ కూడా నిస్వార్థమైన జీవితాలను బతుకోండి. అందరూ కూడా ఈ సాయిబాబా తత్వాన్ని ప్రపంచంలో మీ యొక్క వర్తనం ద్వారా నిరూపించింది.
All of you develop selfless love, involve yourselves in selfless service, and demonstrate the principle of Sai Baba as love and service.
ఇప్పుడు ఈ కార్యక్రమం అంతా కూడా అయిపోయి మీరందరూ మీ ఒక ఊరు పోతారు.
Now that all the functions here are over, you are returning to your places.
కానీ మనసంతా ఇప్పుడు మనము పవిత్రంగా చేసుకుని పోతున్నాము.
You are going from here with a very sacred and pure mind.
హృదయమంతా కూడా ఒక దివ్యమైన ప్రేమతో నింపుకొని పోతున్నాము.
You have filled your hearts with divine love and going from here.
కానీ ప్రేమని ఈ పవిత్రతని పోగొట్టకండి.
But never ever lose this purity and love.
అందుకనే మీతో నన్ను కూడా తీసుకువెళ్ళండి.
You take me with you wherever you go.
నేను మీ వెంటనే వస్తాను.
I will be behind you wherever you go.
నేను ఉంటాను.
All the time I will be with you, around you, in front of you, behind you, by your side, inside you, outside you.
కానీ ఇంక ప్రేమ మాత్రం మీరు పెంచుకుంటే సాయిబాబాయ్ మీ వెంట వస్తారు, మీరు సాయిబాబా వెంట వచ్చే అవసరమే లేదు.
Only if you develop love, Sai Baba will come behind you. You need not come behind Sai Baba.
అందుకే మనం మాట్లాడింది చాలు.
It's enough that what we have spoken is enough.
కానీ ఇప్పుడు చేసి మనం చూపించాలి.
You have to act and show.
ఒక నిరంతరమైన కృతజ్ఞత అందరూ నేను జ్ఞాపించాలని నిమిత్తమై మాట్లాడుతున్నాను.
I'm only speaking in order to express my infinite gratitude.
అందరూ కూడా కలిసి నేను పిలిచి తక్షణమే వాళ్ళ పని పాటలన్నీ వదిలి ఎంతో సమకూర్చి అందరూ సుఖ సదుపాయాల కోసము చాలా వరకు కష్టపడ్డారు పిల్లలు.
Our students, a lot of them, devotees, as soon as I called, they gave up all their work and came and obeyed my command and worked very hard.
కానీ వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా ఈ యొక్క ఆదివారం మందిరం వస్తే నేను వాళ్ళకి ప్రత్యక్షంగా మాట్లాడి కావలసినన్ని కూడా ఇచ్చి అందరినీ ఆశీర్వదించి పంపిస్తాను.
All the volunteers, Yuva Vrinda and Seva Vrinda members, if they come to Mandir on Sunday morning, I will talk to them and bless them.
ఇంత మాత్రమే నేను చేయగలుగుతున్నాను.
That is all I can do.
మీరు నా కోసం ఎన్నో చేస్తున్నారు.
You have been doing so much for me.
కానీ నేను మాత్రం మీకు పిలిచి ఒక పూట భోజనం పెట్టి అంతే చేయగలుగుతున్నాను.
But what I can do is only just call you, talk to you and give you a meal.
కానీ అది కూడా నేను ప్రేమతో చేస్తున్నాను కాబట్టి దానికి అంత విలువ అనేది మనం చెప్పడానికి వీల్లేదు.
Because whatever I do with love. It is very precious and invaluable.
అందరి రండి మాట్లాడుకుంటాం.
All of you come, I will be able to speak to you.
ఆశీర్వాదం అనుగ్రహము అందరిపైన నిండుగా దండిగా ఉన్నది. అన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేస్తూ మీ జీవితాలన్నీ కూడా దివ్యమయంగా మారుకోండి. అంతే నాకు చాలు.
My blessings and grace are there for every one of you in abundant quantities, and make good use of this grace and blessings and find fulfillment in your lives.
హరి భజన
हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, साई भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, साई भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, प्रेम भक्ति बिना उद्धार नहीं, प्रेम भक्ति बिना उद्धार नहीं, भक्ति बिना उद्धार नहीं, जन सेवा बिना निर्वाण नहीं, जन सेवा बिना निर्वाण, जन सेवा बिना निर्वाण भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, जप ध्यान बिना संयोग नहीं, जप ध्यान बिना संयोग प्रभु दर्श बिना प्रज्ञान नहीं, प्रभु दर्श बिना प्रज्ञान नहीं, दया धर्म बिना सत्कर्म भक्ति बिना उद्धार नहीं, जन सेव बिना निर्वाण नहीं, साई भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, जप ध्यान बिना संयोग नहीं, प्रभु दर्श बिना प्रज्ञान नहीं, दया धर्म बिना सत्कर्म नहीं, भगवान बिना कोई अपना नहीं, साईनाथ बिना परमात्मा नहीं, साईनाथ बिना परमात्मा नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, साई भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, साई भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, साई भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, साई भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, स्वामी सत्य साई हरे, भक्त जना संरक्षक, भक्त जना संरक्षक, पति महेश्वरा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, शशि गगना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते, स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते, आश्रित कल्पलतीता, आश्रित कल्पलतीता, आगतान्धवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, मात पिता गुरुदैवमु मरियन्तयु नीवे, स्वामी मरियन्तयु नीवे, नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा, नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा, नागेन्द्राशरणा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी ओ साई महादेवा, सत्य साई महादेवा, मंगल हारति अंदुको, मंगल हारति अंदुको, मंदर गिरिधारी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम, नारायण नारायण शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति शांति शांति
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।